How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
Welcome back to another episode of the Vet Brain Show, y'all. This is my 3:00 show, and normally I don't go live, but I'm so excited today, y'all, because the Queen has spoken. Okay, Simply Carla, the Queen has spoken, and my question is Wendy going to be returning to radio, y'all? Is Wendy Williams returning to radio? I think she might. If y'all listen to the Breakfast Club interview that she did earlier today, y'all, she suggested, I have to open this up. She suggested, Simply Carla, she suggested, or she expressed that her love is actually in radio. She expressed that her love is actually in radio. So my question is, everybody, is Wendy coming out with a radio podcast? Like, what is Wendy Williams about to do? Because obviously they lied to us, y'all. They lied hard to us, and I knew something was going on. I knew Wendy, knowing what I know about Wendy, and I feel like if you watch the Wendy Williams show, then you feel like you got a real connection with Wendy. Knowing what I feel like I know about Wendy Williams is not just giving up like that. I have to open this up on Facebook, y'all. But knowing what I know, or what I feel I know about Wendy Williams, she's not going to just lay down and take it. Like, I kept thinking that's why it was bothering so many of us who's watching all of this stuff unfold, and then they're saying like she's not coming back, and okay, she's not coming back because she's probably, because listen, y'all, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. My thoughts was, being a woman who has gone through things, who has gotten cheated on and stuff, and being that, at the end of the day, Kevin was getting a percentage out of the Wendy Williams show. He was. And in my head, I'm like, let it burn, Winnie, let it burn all the way down. Absolutely. Come back and be better. This is what I was thinking. These were the conversations that were going on around my kitchen table with me and my daughter. Wendy's coming back. And I'm like, yeah, she just gonna let this die down. Year one, she didn't come back to the show. Okay. I wouldn't come back to the show. Let it die. Then they said the show wasn't going to be renewed. Yes, let it die down. Was when I started getting concerned, everybody, is when they started talking about, the things that she was going through, which I think if you were watching, you knew that she was going through something, especially once everything started playing out in the news, we knew something was going on. Now, for some of us women, I know, like me, I'm rooting for, like, yes, Wendy, go. You getting up every day, doing what you got to do, building this business, even though you're going through all of that. But then the reality is that everybody goes through things, and sometimes you have to decompress in order to build yourself back up. So that's, in my head, what I felt like was going on with Wendy Williams, Bishop Charles, James Carter. That's what I felt like was going on. And then they got to saying that she's having these medical problems. Well, again, if you were watching the Wendy show, you knew she had like lymphedema, I think. Something like that was out there. We were aware of that, but then they were talking about it was her mental condition. Then last year, the person who's supposed to be taking care of things in her life comes out and say that she is permanently incapacitated. Like, what? Like Wendy Williams? Like, wait a minute. Like, what just happened here? And then the documentary came out, and then all of this stuff is coming out, and we're being fed that she's not okay. And then they put that Lifetime thing, and it looks like she's not okay. You know what I mean? This is what bothers me a lot about how things are portrayed in television and in the media, because you really have to pick and choose, Troy, what you're listening to, Celeste, Fred. You have to pick and choose what it is that you're listening to. Now, they led us to believe that Wendy was like almost out of here, y'all. Like, I was in real tears thinking that Wendy Williams was almost out of here, because Wendy is a goat in these streets, okay? Wendy didn't grew a lot of us up. And they had us thinking, thank you, Charlemagne, thank you, Breakfast Club, because they really had us thinking that Wendy was on her way out of here, y'all. And I'm just like, oh my God. You remember Sanford and Son, like, man, feeling like Wendy was on her way out of here. And man, then her son graduates and we see that, no, Wendy is fine. I mean, she may not have all her physical capabilities that she had, but Wendy, did you hear her on the interview this morning? Wendy is still Wendy Williams, quite so Wendy Williams. She just a new and improved Wendy Williams. She different. She had to go through some things and she changed now, Fred Clay. That's all that's going on right now. I hope she come back. And I hope she come back bigger and better. And you know what else would be dope, T-Bone? You know what else would be dope, y'all? If she came back on the Black Effect Network. Like, I'm manifesting some things. Because I think based on how the relationship played out for us, those of us who watch The Breakfast Club, those of us who follow Charlemagne and Wendy Williams and all of that, we know that there was a lot of tension. Some of that was caused allegedly because of her husband, her then husband. Well, now that the bull crap is gone, now they can actually have the relationship that I feel like was probably, would have been there. But it actually worked out for both of them. Crown not on. It worked out for Charlemagne because he was forced to grow in areas I'm sure he wasn't ready for, or prepared for. But the Most High said he was ready for, because look at what he's been doing. I talked earlier about how I heard Charlemagne on the radio in South Carolina, and then seeing what he's doing now. You know what I mean? You see the growth in people. And now that whatever was keeping them apart, listen, y'all, I think that she may end up on Black Effect, or maybe she'll start her own network. I don't know. Wendy is a goat out in these streets, and I'm sure Wendy is going to bring in the views. Wendy is going to bring in the listeners, because like she said, Diddy is done. She said it today based on everything that she knew. And she's still, man, this is how we know that Wendy is going to be okay. She still got her wits about her. She may not be as quick as she once was, but Wendy is still there. Very, very much there. And I feel so appalled that they led us to believe that the queen was on her way up out of here. Or maybe it was just me. I don't know. But I know I was feeling like that, and I was quite upset. But it also said, you know what? You got to get up. And Tamila Green, hey, love, thank you for coming this morning. Or it's not even morning, y'all. See, I'm normally not doing a live show, but today I'm doing a live show over here. And I think my internet is not acting right. But anywho, thank you, Tamila. Listen, y'all. I think it would be dope if Charlemagne and Wendy Williams link back up, Roxanne. I think it would be dope. Okay? Man, how mad the enemy would be if that happened, because you can't stop what the Most High has already ordained. And you may be apart for a little while, but when the Most High say something different, okay, look how he swooped in and showed the world that she is okay. You know, Charlemagne had a lot to do with that. You know he did. Not to say that DJ Envy and all of them didn't all come together and, with this idea, but he had a lot to do with that. I'm sure he did. I knew something was brewing when he put up some pictures, or maybe I saw him on Wendy on the Sun's post. But anywho, y'all, family is not always blood, okay? And I do believe that he feels as if that is his family, and he shaped a lot. Well, she shaped a lot of who he is today, and why he's doing the way, hey, Bella Rose, and why he's doing the things that he's doing. Y'all, I know it's an exciting time for me. It is an exciting time for me. It is a very, very exciting time for me. I'm happy. I think I am. That was everything for me to think that one of somebody that you look up to. And I think the reason why Wendy Williams' story resonates with so many of us, because especially as a woman, if you have ever been cheated on, lied, manipulated, you know what I mean? If you've ever experienced anything that we saw play out, and then on top of that, it's playing out publicly, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot, y'all. I don't even want my doggone relationship, and I am nowhere where Wendy is, and I don't even want my relationship playing out on social media. I just don't. It's cringy. And I mean, hers was not only playing out on social media, it was playing out in front of the world. And I know a lot of people have stuff to say, oh, well, she was doing it to other people. Yeah, but it still don't make it. When you're facing it, y'all, like nobody wants to have to go through that. You know what I mean? And what she was doing was her job. She was doing the same thing that the news reporters do. The only difference is the news reporters want to scare you instead of entertaining you. That's the only difference. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. So that's my gist, everybody. I just wanted to come on and just say, man, y'all, I'm manifesting this. Wendy coming back to the radio. I'm manifesting it. She gonna come back to the radio. Hey, Mary, she coming back to the radio. She gonna have her a radio show, a podcast, and we gonna be kikiing and all of that as we growing up watching her. I'm manifesting it. Okay, she may not be able to come on every day at first, but darn it, she gonna have something. You know, you just can't mute a voice that's so important to what it is that we are doing right now. You have the Make It Make Sense. You have the Kempires. You have one of the goats, Funky, out here. You know what I mean? You have all of these people, shoot myself, coming up, 15 minutes of fame. Everybody is doing these pockets of things that Wendy Williams was on a whole stage doing. So now, since that was no longer there, you see a whole bunch of us trying to get into this business. And it's like, wait a minute. We really got to pick up the step because y'all trying to say the GOAT is trying to get up out of here? No. And then come to find out, y'all, she's still around to motivate us. She's still around to show us how it's done, to be witty and on your feet and stand up for yourself. Because if you watch the Wendy Williams show, y'all know she taught us a lot on that show, okay? About keeping things separate, about all types of stuff. Wendy wasn't just on there just entertaining us, y'all. She was on there teaching us as well. That's why a lot of us was so hurt and stuff. It was like that was your sister, your auntie, your whatever. For a lot of people, because of what she brought. She brought more than just, you know, the stuff that TMZ is doing. She brought way more than that. Like Wendy was on there schooling a lot of people in ways of business. She was showing women how to stand up for yourself, stand in your truth, and don't care about who don't like you. You know what I mean, Mary? Like she was teaching us that type of stuff. Like, I don't need to be at these industry parties. I like me. You know what I mean? She was teaching that type of stuff. And that's the type of stuff, man, y'all. I'm happy. It's Capricorn season. And Wendy out here doing good. And make sure y'all hashtag free Wendy. Okay? Because this is an example of what it looks like when people take advantage. Because it is very easy. No, I don't even want to say it's easy. We saw it happen with Britney Spears, right? We saw, if you're old enough to remember it happening to Britney Spears. I mean, her life was playing out in front of everybody. And then they were capturing her in moments. And then we're bringing it all in. And at this time, we don't have access to all this type of information that we have now. We didn't have this type of access. So all we had was one picture. And it shows that she, you know, trying to break out a window. Well, what happened before that? You know, they do these shot things to make it seem like she's flipping her wig, and all the time somebody's probably, you know, antagonizing her or something like that, or you're not talking about the manipulation that was done to her. Like, we don't talk about these things. We just see that moment, that one clip. Hashtag free Wendy, y'all, because Wendy getting on the Breakfast Club today, y'all, showed us, yeah, you can break my heart, you can try and trample all over me, but still I rise, and still I rise, and still I rise, okay? And still I rise. That's all I'm gonna say. My granddog in here bumping and all types of stuff. Come here, baby. Come here. Where you going? Oh, goodness, y'all. Come here. My baby blind. And all right, baby. All right. Yeah, my baby turned 12, y'all, and became diabetic. Lord. Aww. So, yes, Cali girl, welcome back, everybody. I am just sounding off. I am in such a good mood. Y'all don't even know. Hey, hello, Albert Miranda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you heard Albert, but Wendy is alive and well. They lied to us, y'all. They lied. You see how quick they can flip the script and make us believe things? Do you see how quick they can do that? Michael May. Do you see how quick they can do that? Flip the script and make us believe that I'm on live right now. You see how quick they can flip the script, y'all? And see, hey, Lola, I'm on my phone, all types of stuff. I swear he do that on purpose, y'all. He do that on purpose. This man, y'all. Hey, Queen, did you hear that the Queen Wendy is back? Oh my God, y'all. I'm man. That's just because I don't know. Like I said, if you have ever gone through anything, any type of thing that just played out for Wendy on television, like I went through my mess and I stayed stuck in my mess for 7 years, and it did not play out on television. I might have been mad a little bit, and it played a little bit out on social media. But unless you was in my hometown, like you wasn't checking for me. Wendy had the world checking for her in her relationship. On top of that, y'all, a baby, you know. And it is nothing against the baby. If you watched my show earlier, then you knew that I don't believe in it's not the baby's fault. Yep. Was she talking her stuff? Yes, man, Lola. Wendy was Wendy on the show. She was her quirky, snappy self. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Now like I said, she may not have been as fast. You good, babe. She may not have been as fast as she normally is, but Wendy still got her wits about her. Shoot, I'm not as fast as I once was. You know how many times I walk into a room and forget what I walked in that room for? Hello, it comes with the territory called aging, called maturity. It is part of the life process, y'all. We all go through it. What they tried to make us believe, which makes me mad, why I'm sounding off today, is that she was like laid up almost out of here, y'all. Like, wait a minute, where are they doing that at? And then her son, oh my God. It reminds me of when somebody that I love had a stroke. And when I tell you her children came together, I was shocked. Now here I am, the auntie. I'm the auntie, and at that big old age that I was, and I'm frantic. But her kids came together and they made they did what they had to do to make sure that their mom was okay. But everybody's children aren't like that. You know what I mean? Like, who's really preparing their teenagers in case something happened? Like, you don't think that. A lot of us as adults, we think, especially parents, we think, oh, we're going to live past, we're going to live to see our kids do this, and they aren't going to have to worry about us having health issues. But in case that happens, are any of us preparing our children for that? Because I know I wasn't. And when I left that hospital, you know what I went home and did? I immediately started talking to my kids about what if. And I'm sure Wendy was not thinking that. You know what I mean? Who thinks that? Who really, especially if you are at a young age. Wendy's only, in her mid 50s now. You know what I mean? Nobody's really thinking about that. So I was thinking about her son and what he has to deal with. He lost his grandma, which is, that was Wendy's mom. His grandfather is aged, and his dad is going through his own stuff and may not be there for him. And then the dad, they're divorced. So you don't really want him taking care of Wendy's stuff. So who's there for her? And that was one of the issues. Yeah. Yes. She's going to have Lola. I'm hoping that she go back to radio, because she spoke today about her passion was really in radio. LG Griffith. She spoke about her passion was really in radio. Y'all, I'm manifesting. Come on, Wendy. Come on to the radio. Oh, but you know what? The regular radio is, I don't know, y'all. Do you think she'd go to an internet radio? Heck, start her own radio station, or go to the Black Effect Network over on Charlemagne's network. How dope would that be? Oh, wee. Would the enemy be mad if that happened? Oh, we can't nothing stop what the Most High has already prepared. The table is laid, y'all. Tell me this conversation today did not tell us that, because there was friction in that relationship. Like I said earlier when I started this, Ms. Johnson. Hey, best friend. Like I said earlier, there was friction in that relationship because allegedly of Kelvin. So that relationship was strained, and they for a long time didn't even speak, right? Right. Okay. For a long time, they didn't even speak. So for them to come together like this, you know what I mean? It makes my heart feel good. It makes my heart feel good, y'all. That's why next month, Green Links, we are working on a show, because next month I want to be real intentional, because next month is supposed to be the opening of Black History Month, right? It's all year over here. It's all year. And y'all go see it play out all year over here. I'm just getting it together. This is just us getting it back together. This is the first week, y'all. But the thing for next month, because I think we really need to be intentional this year about what it is that we are doing. Hey, Jen, I think we really have to be intentional. It's about healing. It is all about healing next month. Yes, it is Black History Month, but I need all of us to understand what was done. You know what I mean? And so many people are so many people are being taken down. We don't know who we can count on. That's why I'm so passionate about, yes, we need to hashtag free Wendy. Tell everybody hashtag free Wendy. Because if they can do this to Wendy, then they can do this to any of us. You know what I mean? If you've ever had anybody aging, it's a process. It is a process with that. And a lot of times you have to go through all types of you have to be power of attorney and all types of, you have to have things in place. A lot of us, we don't think about this as we are getting older. Now that, because I had to go through some things with my mom, and you have to make sure you have a power of attorney for your medical. You have to have a power of attorney for your financial. Like, these are things, depending on your age, you really need to be concerned with right now. And like I said, at any age, you really need to be concerned with, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, because who's preparing? When you are in your 30s, you think you can't have a stroke or anything, but the reality is it can happen. You can get any type of diseases, and we need to be preparing, y'all, right? The healing. Yes, Queen. The theme next year is about healing. It is about healing. We have to heal, y'all. We have to heal. And I am on a mission to be a part of that process, because y'all, Tamila, Crystal, hey, the Crystal Dre, y'all, it can get real. It can get real. It can get real. All right. I'm excited. Big shout out again to the Breakfast Club and all of them over there. Wendy is alive and well. And I know it's a lot of us in these YouTube streets and in these media streets celebrating. You're going to see Wendy's face everywhere today, because listen, y'all, they lied. They lied to us, y'all. They lied to us. Oh, they lied to us. You see how quick they did that? Oh. Y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all. Long life. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 whatever you are, on purpose, because you can. You really, really can.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded when we go live.